Well, good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome to the 25th of June. We've actually had a shower this morning as well, so it's a bit on the damp side. Forecast for the next couple of days is pretty much that over the weekend, so never mind. Everything's looking quite green at the moment though. You can see horses are quite happily just chewing. I really need to get into this field and go off with Topper and topple these docks off. Keep meaning to do, but never get around to it. So, but we have a slight technical problem at the moment, and it's to do with a big girl. Probably see the jack stand, axle stand. My tyres a bit on poop side. So I used it on Monday, fun enough. Did a quick job with it, put it back, and then an hour later came back and she was cocked over to one side. So there must be a puncture in the tyre, but it's actually coming out of the valve. I talked to the boss and he said last time lad came out to fix it, he said that there might have been a puncture in the tyre, but it's actually leaking. Sorry, what's that again? There's a puncture in the inner tube, but it's actually leaking into the tyre and then forcing its way out through the valve. Whichever way it needs sorting. So I've not seen anything on it, but these things sometimes work their way in, and there's a puncture in there. But anyway, so we need to have tyre lad out to have a quick look at that for us, because I'm hoping to get this mowed. So grass has come on a bit now, and this is just at the top end where the horses usually stand and rest a bit. It's not particularly long, it's only kind of just over boot height, but as it goes a bit further down that way it's looking better. It's not going to be a massive crop again, but you can't see it, that's why I've got a big rake anyway. Just down, hold still, there. So yeah, we need to try and get ready for this. So it's just rained this morning, which I don't mind. It's supposed to be grey tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday grey. And then we're supposed to be into hopefully some good weather after that. So there'll be this 16 acre to do. Obviously I topped off that like 11 acres. I'm sure it's 11 acres, I'll have to check. I keep forgetting what size the fields are, because when they added up all the field sizes, that one was taken in with the hayfield down there and the trees. So I think that's 11, but we're obviously knocked that out with a flow mow the other day. There's 4 acres there, and then we've got a load that's up the lane, plus about 7 or 8 acres of my own stuff. So that mower's about ready to go, the big Sipma, but we need to fill up that tractor, well, the New Holland with diesel. I'm also going to fill up the big girl as well, because I want to have her on the mower. But I know a couple of people have asked me about that, but there's a reason why I'm not sure. She's comfier in the field, but she's a bit more awkward to operate, and has no AC, aircon. She's got a radio, a working radio and aircon, but isn't very comfortable. So whenever I get around to it and have the finances, I want to get the big girl with her AC working. Make life a lot easier, and radio. Anyway, those two need tidying up. Those two need filling up. That IB seems to be off, the trailer needs to go away. Ted is greased up. I need to do the UJs that are in it, because they're a bit of a pain to do with a quick greaser, or quick couple greaser, so I need to do them. Hay bob's ready, time's ready. I just need to sort the gates out on the back of that, which I've done a video on. Haymow wants to go on, and I need to do the pipe for that bale sledge that I did the other day. And it's not a great problem if I don't get the bale sledge sorted. I can go back to having a string pull. Just I'd like to be a bit more lazy. And big trailer wants clearing off of stuff as well, to be fair. So yeah, we could be on for a good couple of days. Just walking down the river and having a look at one of the Tonsi ponds. This is a quiz question from the other day. This might be adult advisory, is this? But there's 2 of them playing piggybacks. But there's quite a few of these kicking around. Right there in the centre. Can't see them very well on camera. I've just counted like 15 of them in this pump. Fairly big pump. I just had a quick walk down to the far rings field, to our hay field. Lovely, like reddy brown all the way across now. And there is a patch down the far end as usual. But, just looking at looking at the grass heads and the flower heads, they're definitely getting there now. The flowers are just about stopping, and the seeds just starting to develop. So yeah, it's about time. Once I've cut it, it's obviously going to take a few days to dry out, and within that time these seeds will still develop a bit further. Looking quite good down here now. Getting more pleased with it. It's kind of shin height, well shin height, almost knee height with the grass. So, and as you get down into the crop itself, it'll probably get a bit thicker. What I might do is come down here with hay bob and just pull this crappy grass out of the way from here, right around the edge, just to stop it getting mixed in. When I've got that big rake on, I'm still only a learner. I should have my out plates on, but I'm only learning still with that, so the more space I've got to play with it, the better. Right, so I'm in my workshop. For those who haven't seen it, welcome to the workshop. So this morning I did a bit of messing around. Put a brand new bearing in that wheel last year for the rake, and it seized. If anyone knows, the double Z seals as well, so they shouldn't have failed. But they have, so that's one job. I've also been cutting up some box, because I've got a little project outside. Now, if you're somebody from the HSE and have a nervous disposition, I'd look away about now, because I really don't care. So, a quick job on the bale trailer. And yes, I have got it supported by a strap on the tractor. It's like a 5-ton strap. It's not going to go far. So last year, Bossman was saying he didn't have anywhere to put ratchet straps, or particularly good ratchet strap points. So, a bit of 4-inch box, thin wall. Just cut it in half and then into 2-inch sections. Yes, the welding's not pretty on any of them, but they're on. So there's 5 of those on each side, which should be the middle of a meter-long bale or a 3-foot bale, which is about the right size for ours. There were some original ones on, but they're a bit rubbish. So yeah, just on the tractor, flip it over and weld it up. Now, I do have a bit of a problem. There's 2 things that I think might be the cause of me not having a very good weld on there. One, I broke the end off that earth clamp the other day, and I've just tried to put it back together. And to be fair, earth clamp's looking a bit tired. So there's one on order. 2, my pack of welding rods. I don't know if you can see that. I think that's the flux that's oxidised on the outside of it, or come out of it, or whatever else. So the flux isn't working very well. And thirdly, I probably didn't clean off the trailer very well. I did grind it down, but the grinder wasn't having too much fun with it. So yeah, literally just got a bit of box, 2-inch box, marked it all up, cut down the centre, cut into pieces, and then, as you can see, I've just welded it onto the trailer. So the big girl's she's had her tie done already. Lad came out this morning and put a new inner tube on it. He said because it's a load of tractor, what happens is it ends up scrubbing. As you turn and using it, it scrubs the inner tube, and then you get a leak. So she's all done. That's all done. Put it back down, hitch it back up and draw it into the field.